get you. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री मेधा दक्षिणामूर्ति स्वामिने नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। I will now chant the Dhyana slokas. Those who want to chant can please mute themselves and then chant so that nobody else gets disturbed. Okay. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandhadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra Ena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mritaduhe Namaha. Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogda Gopala Nandana Pato Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gita Mritam Mahate Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Bhishmadrona Tata Jayadrata Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahi Grahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Vela Kula Ashwattama Vikarna Gora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavai Rananadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha Parasharya Vachassaroja Mamalam Gitartha Gandhotkatam Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikata Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Mudha Bhuyat Bharada Pangajam Kalimala Pradvamshina Shreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Divyaistavaihi Vedais Sankapadakramopanisadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyana Vastita Dadgatena Manasa Pachyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantanna Vidhusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Namaste once again, all of you. So I hope all of you have seen my message which I sent requesting everybody either to attend the classes regularly or withdraw from the classes. So in order to sort of operationalize this discipline, I have requested all of you to please register your name in the chat box. If you see there is a chat box will be there, go and put your name, add your name there. That will be your self attendance marking. And after the class, I will look at the list of people who have attended and mark their attendance in my records. I will do this process for 2 or 3 classes and then know who are regularly attending and who have not been able to attend. Those people, I will give them one opportunity to let me know whether they are going to continue attending or continue participating in this, in which case I will expect them to attend the classes. Or otherwise, if they don't find the time or inclination for these classes, they can withdraw their name from the group. So that I'm sure that if there are 40 people in the group or 30 people in the group or 20 people in the group or even 10 people in the group, I have at least 8-10 people in the class. And as I told you before also, the idea is not to impose any physical discipline. The idea is when we come to scriptural learning, the very first requirement is we must have reverence towards the scriptures. It is just like, when we in North India, especially, this is very prevalent, especially villages and all. Whenever children go to anybody's elder's house, they will first go and touch the feet of the elders. So this is reverence. You must you show your reverence by attending the classes which you have voluntarily chosen to become a member. Nobody forced you. So, but for whatever reason, if you are not able to continue, withdraw. That's all. As simple as that. The scripture will be protected. You will also be protected by that. Okay. So with that initial remarks, let us go to the sloka that we were looking at, and that sloka was what?
Prapanna parijataya.
Prapanna parijataya totra vetraika panaye jnana mudraya krishnaya gita mrita duhe namaha. So I already explained the meaning of Prapanna Parijataya and Totra Vetraika Panaye in the last class. And there was a student, I think Lataji, I hope she is there today to listen to this. She raised the question.
I'm there, Guruji.
You are there. So Parijata, Jata, she could understand what is this Pari. Even I could not, I should have actually recollected it. But it did not occur to me, during the question answer session in the last class. See, Pari means it refers to an ocean. Okay. Why? Param asya asti iti pari. Param means shore. That which has got a shore is a pari. So it is here an ocean. Now, Parijata means born in an ocean is the literal meaning. Now, what is it that born in the ocean? Because normally Parijata Pushpam, we talk about a tree which is there in the heavens. So how that tree is said to be born in the ocean? Now, if you recollect in one of the earlier classes, I don't remember which one, but we came across the Nama, I think I was explaining about Lakshmi. Lakshmi being how she got married to Vishnu. Do you remember that?
She came, I don't know, but the story that she came out of the churning of the ocean.
She came
out Vishnu Sahasranama
of the ocean, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there I mentioned that, I mentioned one sloka. There 14 things, when this Samudra Mathanam took place, when these Asuras and Devas, they were doing the churning for Amritam, first 14 things came out of the ocean. What are those 14 things? That was given in a very nice sloka. I repeated that sloka at that time. I will repeat it now also. Lakshmi Kaustuba Parijata Kasura Dhanvantaris Chandramaha Gavak Kamadua Sureshwara Gajau Rambadi Devanganaha Ashwaha Saptamukha Sudha Haridanu Shanko Visham Chambude Ratnaniti Chaturdasha Pratidinam Kurvantu O Mangalam. So 14 things came out of the ocean, out of which Parijata was one. That is why Parijata, even though it is referring to a tree which is supposed to be there in the heavens, not in the Bhuloka, that Parijata is born of ocean. So that is why it's called Parijata, born in the ocean, born out of the ocean. So this is the meaning of Parijata. So Lataji, are you now clarified?
Yes. Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much.
No,
Dhanyawad.
I should have remembered this, but then that time the concept focus was on Lakshmi. So I missed out this Parijata was part of that. But when I looked at up my notes, then I found it. Anyhow. So I told you Totra Vetraika Panaye means he is having the handle of the whip of the chariot to whip the horses, to drive the chariot in one hand. Eka Panaye, in one hand he is having the whip, and that is very symbolic because being Jagat Guru, being Krishna, Yadava Raja, right? In any capacity you look at Krishna. He is a king. He should be the charioteer, not the charioteer, but the person sitting in the chariot. But he has accepted the role of driving the chariot of Arjuna. And not only that, he has also told Arjuna, I will not touch any armor ammunition in this fight. I will just drive the chariot. That's it. So that is symbolic that, any work that we do, we must be able to respect that work. No work is inferior or superior to any other type of job. If Bhagavan can do the work of a charioteer, we can as well be driving cars, because we can be driving. Of course, many of us are doing it, because we consider our spouses as Bhagavan. Wherever they want to go, we drive them out and bring them back, and all that we do in any case. Same case with spouses also. They also drive their our children to school and music class and all that. But maybe, this is the spirit with which we do all those things rather. So that is the message here, that whatever profession, whatever job that we are doing, we should do it with pride. We must do it with a lot of reverence rather. We must not look down upon any profession. And dignity of labor is emphasized. Okay. So Totra Vetraika Panaya. And at the same time, he is not only an effective worker, because he drove Arjuna's chariot so well. One of the reasons why Pandavas won the war, or only reason why Pandavas won the war was Krishna was on their side. And Krishna was the master of Dharma Shastra. Arjuna very often was confused about what is Dharma and what is Adharma. When we go to the first chapter, I will deal with this Dharma, Adharma topic, in a greater length. Arjuna time and again was confused about what is Dharma, what is Adharma. Even though Arjuna knew about all these things, but when it came to a real situation, it is just like we study very well for the exam. When we get the question paper, we get confused. This is a very natural samsaric tendency. Arjuna, similar, being a samsari, he was having whether I should now shoot the arrow, not shoot the arrow. So many, Karna's killing, for example. It was Krishna who told Arjuna, there is nothing wrong, you can shoot the arrow now. Because Arjuna got into a confusion whether when Karna had gone down, come out of his chariot, put his arms down in order to lift the wheel of the chariot, Krishna told Arjuna, now it's an opportunity, kill Karna. Arjuna was confused. Now the fellow, actually according to Yuddha Dharma, a person is not supposed to kill who is unarmed. Now Karna literally was unarmed. But Krishna told him, you kill him. Of course, Arjuna followed Krishna and killed Karna. But the question was dharma, adharma question was there. So not only he was a very efficient, charioteer, without him, they would not have won the war at all. Krishna knew everything, and he actually was the strategic advisor to the entire Pandavas how to fight the war and win it. Okay. So he was not only that, it says that next, next word, he was a guru of Arjuna also, because he taught the whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, right? So in one hand, he was wielding the Jnana Mudra, sorry, in the Totra Vetram, that is the handle of the whip. In another hand, he had Jnana Mudra. Right? Now, if I don't know how many of you have noticed it, the poster which I display at the beginning of the class, right? I will show you. This poster, can you all see this?
Yes, Guruji.
See this poster. 1 second. I don't know. What is Krishna having in one hand?
Arrow or whatever.
Whip, Guruji. Whip.
Whip. Totra vetre ekapanaye. Correct?
Yes, Guruji.
Second hand?
Mudra, Jnana Mudra.
Jnana Mudra. Yeah. This is the photo I selected based upon this sloka. So when I was going through the images, there are so many images of Krishna and Arjuna. So this, when I saw this photo, this particular, because that is very relevant. This Jnana Mudra is representative of our entire Advaita philosophy. Medha Dakshinamurti also is having Jnana Mudra. It's a very beautiful expression. In fact, Advaita Vedanta, according to our scriptures, should not be taught at all. This Jnana Mudra, maintain silence, show Jnana Mudra, this is what is Advaita Vedanta. A real guru will tell you this is Advaita Vedanta. But many of us will not understand what this is. So we have to explain what this is. Okay. This is also called Chin Mudra. Jnana Mudra is also known as Chin Mudra. And it is representative or a presentation of the philosophical teaching contained in the Gita, in all the Upanishads, in short, the Advaita Vedanta. Okay. And it indicates Jiva Aishwarya Aikyam, the oneness of Jiva and Ishvara. How does it indicate the oneness of Jiva and Ishvara? According to this symbolism, this index finger, this represents the Jiva. Okay. And if you look at our hand, this index finger is close to all the other three fingers. The thumb is separate, right? So this index finger is representative of the Jiva, and the other three fingers are representing the three gunas: Sattva, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. So this Jiva is with all these gunas. Means what? These three gunas, Trigunatmika Maya, represents the entire material world. And material world stands for samsara. So this Jiva as of now is very closely associated with this trigunas, that we samsara, the material world, that is the current situation. And the thumb, which is away from the Jiva and these other three fingers, is the Paramatma, which is away. And the beauty of the thumb is, without this thumb, these fingers cannot work at all. For anything you want to do, if you want to write, try to write without the thumb. Can you write? Can you even hold the pen or pencil without the thumb? You can't. The thumb is required for everything that these fingers, or say most of the things that the fingers do. So the thumb is the Paramatma. Without Paramatma, nothing can move by this Jivatma or all this Maya. They are all depending on the thumb to carry out their activities. Now, what Advaita philosophy says, Advaita philosophy, Vedanta says is, hey Jivatma, detach yourself from these three gunas, attach yourself to Paramatma. This is moksha. This is your ultimate goal in life. This is what Chinmudra stands for. And by that, in that photo, that Krishna is symbolically having the Chinmudra means he is giving. It is like, by this action, the whole Bhagavad Gita he has told to Arjuna. That is the symbolism. And the beauty of this is what? Now this is a circle. A circle has no beginning, no end. It is Purnam, complete. Isn't it? Eternal. Because you cannot say the circle starts here and ends here and all that. It just goes round and round and round. So what the Vedanta philosophy is, hey Jivatma, once you attach yourself to the Paramatma, you will understand your eternal nature, your Purnatvam. You will no longer feel apurna, incomplete, limited. You are all along feeling very limited because of your association with this three fingers, closer association. And another aspect is there. This index finger is also called Tarjani in Sanskrit. Tarjani means, Tarj dhatu means to threaten. That is why we always, whenever we want to threaten anybody, we do like this, isn't it? See how beautiful these expressions are. We say, if you do this, mind you. So this is called Tarjani. Tarjani means threatening finger. And this Jivatma being associated with these three gunas, it is threatening itself and threatening this entire life also. It is a threat to moksha, to their spiritual life. So that is why this Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya, we have to understand it is a complete teaching. In fact, this is a threat to the society also. You can take it rather. This Jivatma. Threat to oneself, threat to society, threat to our physical pursuit, the spiritual pursuit, everything rather. And these three gunas, you can take these three represent or three sharirams. Stula, Sukshma, Karana Shariram. Tattva Bodha students will know what we are talking about. The physical body, the subtle body, and the causal body. We can take it that way also. Jiva is closely associated with these three, which are all Anatma. Atma is this, thumb is the Atma. So detach yourself from the three shariras and attach yourself to the Atma. Understand your real nature. That is the message conveyed, symbolic message conveyed by this Chinmudra. Okay. And this thumb, I said without the thumb you cannot do anything. That thumb represents the Adhara, the Adhisthana of this entire universe. Without Paramatma, nothing can move in this universe. Those of you know Tamil, of course, others should excuse me. I'm just song. is coming to my mind from one of the old Tamil movies. Na nasaindal asayum akilamellame. There is a song. I don't remember which movie it is. But I think Tiruvilayadal, if I'm not wrong. So
Tiruvilayadal da.
Tiruvilayadal, I think. Yeah.
Tiruvilayadal, Shivaji Ganeshan comes in the form of Shiva.
Shiva, yes. So this is what it is. Unless this thumb works, nothing else will work in this whole world. So this is Paramatma. That Paramatma is the Adhara, the Adhisthana of this entire creation. That we must very clearly understand. That is the whole message of Gita. Gita takes us nearer and nearer to Paramatma by making us understand the real nature of that Paramatma and also the real nature of our own self. Okay, full and full Advaita Vedanta. So our sadhana is what? Our sadhana should be in spiritual pursuit. The Jivatma should get detached from the material, vesture, material things rather, the perishable body, the changing gunas, all these, and attach itself to the Paramatma, the thumb. And when the Jivatma and Paramatma join together, the Jivatma, Paramatma Aikyam or Jiveshwara Aikyam takes place. So detachment, attachment is the sadhana. Spiritual sadhana, if you ask, what is it? Detachment. This is detachment, attachment is the spiritual sadhana. Today also we do detachment and attachment. But what we are detachment from Paramatma, attachment with this is what we are doing. Okay. We have to reverse the process in spirituality. Materialistic life, it is okay. Detach from Paramatma. I know people don't visit any temple. Don't even have an altar of a Bhagavan in their house. They have no habit of lighting a lamp in their house. There's so many people. In fact, that tribe is increasing now. I am really, sometimes saddened to see this happening. In families in which people, the parents were actually following all these things. The children, they don't have it. They have all gone abroad, settled there and all, and they don't bother about all these things. So that trend is growing. We can't do anything, Kali Yuga, so it will happen. But that's why that is the detachment, attachment, they are doing it reverse, but we must reverse that process and become attached to Paramatma. Okay. So the wisdom of this immortality, you will become Amrita, eternal. There is no death for you. So this Chin Mudra or the Jnana Mudra represents or symbolizes this immortality. Okay. And to that Lord who is having this Chin Mudra and the whip in one hand, to that Krishnaya, to that great Krishna who was a great Karmi also. He was excelled in Karma Yoga, excelled in Jnana Yoga. Well, only a Jnani can excel in Karma Yoga also. Only when you excel in Karma Yoga, you will get into Jnana Yoga, you will become a Jnani. So Krishna also, whatever he did, whatever he does even now, for everybody, he does it without any expectation. He does not want anything from us. It is our Shraddha and our own wish that we actually decorate Krishna, do everything, give so much of prasada, this Devedhyam and all that. Otherwise, what he has, so he says in the Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, even a drop of water you offer to me, I will accept. So, Nishkama, he has no desire, no expectation at all. Bhagavan Krishna has. So, as a Karma Yogi also he excels, as a Jnana Yogi also he excels. To that such a Krishna, my Namaskaram. Right? And because of these reasons only, Krishna is very popular, in our society as such. In fact, Krishna Janmashtami all over India is one of the festivals which is celebrated by everybody, all Hindus at least. Something else is coming in my mind. I'm not getting into that. Okay. So this Krishna becomes very, very dear to everybody. The word Krishna itself says is the one who is attracted to everybody, who attracts everybody. Sarvan bhaktan karshati akarshati iti Krishna is the derivation of the word Krishna, one of the derivations of the word Krishna. Sarvan bhaktan karshati akarshati. He is attracted, he attracts all devotees, that is Krishna. And to that Krishna, Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Namaha, my Namaskaram. So this is the first verse on Lord Krishna. So salutation to Lord Krishna, who is with Jnana Mudra, who is like a wish-yielding tree, Parijata, for those who surrender unto him. Prapanna. Prapanna means surrender. And who has a whip in one hand, Totra Vetraika Panaye, and who has milked the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, Gita Mrita Duhe, who has milked the nectar of this meaning we saw in the earlier sloka also. When Bhagavad Gita was compared to a cow and Krishna milking the cow. The same idea is repeated. Okay. Now we will go to the next verse, which is the fifth verse. Vasudeva sutam devam kamsa chanuramardanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. The Anvaya of this shloka is Vasudeva sutam devam. It's very simple. Kamsa chanuramardanam devaki paramanandam jagadgurum krishnam vande. That's all. Only the last two words are interposed. Okay. This is also a Krishna Namaskara. So main sentence is Krishnam Vande, my salutations to Krishna. I offer my Namaskara to Krishna. And what is the greatness of this Lord? See, as a member of his family, Krishna was a very great family member. As a member of the society, as a citizen of the world, Krishna was great as Jagat Guru also. So in all ways, Krishna was really very great. And the greatness of that Krishna is described in 3 levels in this shloka. Okay. Vasudeva Sutam Devam. The Lord, Vasudeva Sutam, who is the son of Vasudeva. That is why he is also called Vasudeva. Krishna is called Vasudeva, Vasudeva's son. Devaki Paramanandam, the one who gives Paramananda, most exalted happiness to Devaki, his mother. Great source of joy to Devaki, his mother. Therefore, as a member of the family, the Lord gives joy to family members. This is the one level of Krishna. What is the greatness of Krishna? And this is where our duty begins. Our duty as we are born, as we grow up, our duty is first and primary duty is always to our parents. And these 2 words, Vasudeva Sutam and Devaki Paramanandam, it amplifies this duty like anything. Nothing greater duty anybody has got other than taking care of his parents, giving happiness to their parents. Normally in our society, in our culture, the father will be the head of the family. He would actually set certain, what I would say, disciplines in the family, based upon what he has learned from his own father. It has been coming parampara, from linear or generation after generation. On that basis, he will set certain discipline for all the family members to follow. So our duty is to follow those disciplines. And mother, right from our birth, has been nourishing us, even before our birth, she has been nourishing us. Why after birth? It is because of her nourishment only we are able to come out of our womb and be born with, with everything intact, alive. Our growth right from the conception is because of the nourishment given by the mother. Our existence is because of our mother. So it is our duty to give Paramanandam to our mothers. Devaki, Paramanandam, and Krishna was always doing that. Of course, naughty Krishna we come across in Bhagavatam and all. He used to give trouble also, but that was a very loving trouble rather. He knew it. Just sort of, making entertainment mainly for us, maybe not for them. Okay. So we should start by giving happiness to our family members, then expanding it to happiness to our community, happiness to the society whole, right? Happiness to the next generation also. Because, see, we have seen some great people. They are very good at serving the society, but they will neglect their family. Then there are people who are totally attached to the family and they have nothing to do with the society at all, community at all. They will be excluded, leading a very excluded life from the community, but they are okay with the family. So most people fall in one of these two categories. Even great people like Mahatma Gandhi and all, it is said, of course, I don't know personally, that his family members felt neglected because of his freedom fighting activities and all that, kind of thing. It is very difficult to balance these two things. Your duty to society and your duty to the family, very difficult to do these things. But Bhagavan Krishna did it. He kept his family also happy, society also happy. He protected his family, he protected the society. When you talk of friendship, again, the example of Bhagavan Krishna and Sudama is given. Such a great exalted friendship. Whenever we talk of friendship, what is friendship? This is the friendship. The example is given of Krishna Sudama friendship. So in every aspect of life, Bhagavan Krishna proved to be great. And from that itself, we have to learn a lot of things. Forget learning, Vedanta and all that. These practical things for our day-to-day living itself, Krishna was a very great role model for all of us. Okay. So this is what is Krishna, the greatness of Krishna. So Vasudeva Sudam and Devaki Paramanandam, so far as family is concerned. Then what did he do for the society? He says, Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam. Mardhanam means the slayer, he killed, the killer. He destroyed all asuras who were a threat to the peace and harmony of the society, who were the embodiments of adharma. And such people Krishna killed to save the humanity from adharma. And this is adharma in the Dwapara Yuga. And we are seeing so many adharmas now, but this is only a sort of a tip of the iceberg of adharma, what we are experiencing in this Kali Yuga. More and more adharma will be there, and then one more avatara will be coming, certainly, toward the end of Kali Yuga and put an end to this whole Kali Yuga. Okay. So by killing the asuras, he actually protected the society. Okay. Not only the current society, but future society also, because he prevented adharma going to the next generation. Because by killing Kamsa, and Chanura is name of another Asura, Chanura Asura. Kamsa was one Asura. Kamsa, in fact, was his uncle. Chanura was another Asura. This Kamsa and Chanura, both of them, he killed rather. Okay. So these two are for the society, his contribution, his greatness by killing the Asuras, adharmic people. Then for posterity, this is one that he prevented adharma going forward, and he also gave Bhagavad Gita to the whole world. The teaching of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Arjuna being a nimitta for all of us, he was only an instrument. The whole idea of Krishna was that this Vedic teaching should be given to the whole world, especially in Kali Yuga, because he, as a Jagat Guru, as a visionary, he knew that in Kali Yuga, all this Vedic learning and all will fall away. So if at all you have got something to, to sustain your spirituality in Kali Yuga, this Bhagavad Gita, one book, at least that much you study. If you can't do other things, which I have already explained in the inaugural class. And that is why it says, Jagat Gurum Vande. So by giving Bhagavad Gita, he became a great Jagat Guru. That's another greatness. So he, through Bhagavad Gita, he has not only given wisdom to Arjuna and the contemporary society, but also to all posterities. Krishna existed some 5,000 years ago. Today also we are learning Bhagavad Gita with reverence to Krishna, appreciating what Krishna was, the greatness of Krishna. Mahabharata itself, the whole center character of Mahabharata is Lord Krishna only. And it took place when about 5,000 years ago, 3,100 BC or something like that. Some calculation is there. I'm not very sure about these kind of things, but more or less, because we have now in Kali Yuga Prathama Pada, so that way we can say that that was towards the end of the 2,000 years to go, or 3,000 years to go for the Dwapara Yuga. So that is why Krishna is called Jagat Guru, a great teacher, and to that Krishna I offer my namaskara. Now we will see the next verse on Krishna, 6th verse. Bhishmadrona tata jayadrata jala gandhara nilotpala shalyagrahapati kripena vahani karnena vela kula ashwathama vikarna ghora makara duryodhana vartini sotirna khalu pandhavai rananadi kaivartaka keshavaha. So the Anvaya is Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sa Rananadi Pandavai Uttirna Khalu Kaivartakaha Keshavaha. This is the Anmaya. This sloka converted into prose form. And the main sentence is Kaivartakaha Keshavaha, within bracket Sahayena. You must put Sa Rananadi Pandavaihi Uttirnaha. The Pandavas crossed the treacherous waters of Mahabharata. Here Mahabharata is compared to a river which is very treacherous waters. Lot of big animals and what I should say, man-eating animals are all there in those waters. Anybody goes inside that water will finish in seconds. But this Mahabharata, this treacherous river of Mahabharata, Pandavas were able to cross because they had a boatman, Kaivartakaha, like Krishna. And to that boatman, my namaskaram. Right? This is the just meaning of this, simple meaning of this sloka. So Kaivartaka means a boatman, the one who knows how to row a boat, to steer a boat. Even in the most difficult situations, tempest and all, the heavy storm and all that is there. The most treacherous river, that requires a special skill to, steer the boat through all these things. And Lord Krishna said that's such a boatman. So here, as I said, it is Mahabharata is compared to a treacherous river. It's an analogy. It's just a sort of again symbol. And in a treacherous river, like in Mahabharata, so many dangers are lurking. And the Pandavas have to cross the river to save themselves. And this was the biggest crisis, or biggest challenge in their lives. They were sitting prettily as kings, Yudhishthira as a king. Everything was going fine for the Pandavas. But there was this treacherous Duryodhana who was jealous, who couldn't stand that the kingdom which should have belonged to his father, which did not come to his father because he was blind, which went to his brother Pandu. And because of Pandu became the king, so Pandavas, his children, got the opportunity to become the king. So Duryodhana could not stand this. So he started plotting how to dethrone these Pandavas. All that we will see little by little, at least it's in the introduction to this first chapter. He will explain all this. But here in this context, it is what is the treachery we are talking about? He brought in Shakuni and then made Pandavas lose the entire kingdom, including Draupadi, in a game of dice. So this was and then he tried to kill them by by building a wax what is that palace. So many challenges Pandavas had to face after even after becoming the kings, after becoming occupying the royal throne. So the whole Mahabharata story is that only, the story of the lives of challenging lives of Pandavas. They had to go to the forest for 13 years. 1 year they had to spend without disclosing their identity. So many things were there. So all these things are all there in Mahabharata, and that is why it is called a treacherous river. And these Pandavas, they were facing all these challenges and they had to cross this river. Finally, to again at the end of the war, Kurukshetra war, for Yudhishthira to be crowned as the Chakravarti. So all that, what are all the challenges that they faced, in what form? Symbols of those challenges is what this sloka is explaining. Okay. And if we actually take a lesson from this, for the Pandavas, it was the Mahabharata war. For every human being, there are situations in our life which are treacherous, which are trying, which are traumatic, and which are also sometimes very dangerous for us also, in our lives also. And a person who is caught in such a situation is called an Artha Purusha. Artha means one who is distressed, one who is in trouble, one who is helpless, one who is in soup, literally rather. Or like when he's cornered, he doesn't know what to do, where to go. In fact, the extreme case of an Artha Purusha is suicide. Total, complete, depression. All doors are closed. He doesn't know how to get out of it. So the Pandavas were Arthas and had to face the Mahabharata war. And for us also, every day is a Kurukshetra war only. There is a constant Kurukshetra war going on in our mind. Looking at all the threats, the dangers. The biggest danger we are facing today, uniformly, is the Corona, COVID. Is it not causing depression for us? Is it not causing so much of stress? There is no way, nobody is able to tell us anything about this in a positive way. Today something is said, we believe that after 6 months something else is said. Now they say even if you take 2 doses of this vaccination, there is no guarantee that you will not be infected with some variant of this virus. Where does this Kurukshetra war end for us? We also have to depend only upon Krishna, the Kaivartaka. We are all in this situation of being Arthas. Actually, if you sit and analyze, think about it, our situation is deplorable. We can't do anything. Maximum, whatever is possible, we are doing, sitting at home, covering our mouth, everything. But the virus is there everywhere. It seems to go away. Again, one more wave it comes. It is like sitting in Marina Beach, looking at wave after wave of the virus coming. UK was out of it. Now again, back to square one. US was out of it. Again, cases are increasing. India was out of it. Now again, since last week, there is a report that cases are increasing. And now reports that people who have got vaccinated twice are also increasing. Now there is another report saying that Pfizer vaccine, 2 vaccines, only 6 months validity, again you have to go for more vaccines. Where does this end? This is the biggest challenge. What Pandavas faced was probably less than what we are facing today. So this Kurukshetra is symbolic of so many things in our day-to-day lives. And this Krishna saved these Arthas, these Pandavas. He became their savior. And in the scriptures, such a savior is called Arthatrana Parayana. In many of these, Sahasranamas, you will come across this. Arthatrana Parayanaya Namaha. It will come. So Arthatrana Parayana means the one who is a savior of the Arthas, the troubles which the Arthas are facing. So all that, the rest of the words are description of the kind of troubles which the Pandavas were facing. So as I said, the war is compared to a river. And the description starts with the 2 shores of the river of the Mahabharata river. The 2 banks of the Mahabharata river. Which are the 2 banks? Bhishma and Drona. They are the most accomplished warriors of the entire Kuru clan. Drona, of course, was the teacher, or of warfare teacher to all these. All Kauravas and Pandavas have learned under Drona. And Bhishma was the trustee of this entire throne. Both of them were in the opposite camp of Pandavas. So they are compared to the 2 banks. Pandavas cannot move this side or that side. They are both completely, what you can say, covered by these 2 banks, Bhishma and Drona. They are tatas. Tatas means the banks, the shores. And that determines the shores or the banks determine the direction of the river. So similarly, these two powerful people, Bhishma and Drona, they were capable of deciding the course of the war, in what way this war will go. So this is the first challenge the Pandavas faced in this Mahabharata war. Bhishma and Drona being the two accomplished warriors. You could not, I mean, Drona was the one who taught Arjuna archery and warfare. How can Arjuna even, because any guru will not tell 100% to the Shishya. He will always keep something for himself. Everybody knows it. So Arjuna obviously will know that Drona has been my guru from whom I have learned all this. If I am going to fight him with what I know, I am sure he knows something more than me. Plus one, he knows that how can I fight him? And Bhishma, of course, is a very great warrior. That's why his name itself is Bhishma. People used to shudder, fear at the very sight of Bhishma. He used to create terror in people's mind. Bhishma. Enemies will just, put their arms down when they see Bhishma coming for a war. Such a Bhishma is there on the opposite side. So these two were the Bhishma and Drona were the Tata, and they had to fight this war. And this entire war was going to be directed by Bhishma and Drona. They are going to determine the course of this war. So this is the first explanation, or in this shloka, the first thing in comparison Mahabharata war, the Acharya is pointing out. It's almost time now. We will close today and continue next Sunday. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all. I see that there are 42 participants and chat box has only 41. So if anybody has not marked their attendance, you have one last opportunity to do so. Otherwise, there will be a no-show. So just a reminding. So now, anybody has got any questions or any?
Namaste, Guruji. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hari Om.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
I think I told next Sunday, next Saturday.
Thank you,
Just-
Guruji.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Monday is Janmashtami.
Monday is Janmashtami.
Guruji. Thank you.
Yeah. Wish you all a very happy Janmashtami. Remembering Krishna, let us celebrate Janmashtami.
Just a comment.
Guruji, I think
Thank you,
42nd
Guruji.
participant is you only, Guruji.
Oh, okay. No, I did not put anything in the chat. So how can I be the participant? In fact, out of 31, 41, I am one of the participants.
That's
So
what I
there are
meant.
40 people attended, but now I am seeing 42 attendance. So let me see. Let me go through the chat box.
Namaskaram, Guruji. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om, Guruji. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Just a comment. It's so interesting here. You said how it is. It is so profound to hear over and over again. Although I have heard before, still listening to you is really, really, I don't know. I have no words to express. I have
That
no
is
words.
nothing to do with me. It is to do with
No, no,
the
that's what-
Mahabharata, this Bhagavad
Yes.
Gita itself.
Like, no, I know coming from, I'm telling, listening to you, I'm saying the subject matter, of course, it's so, profound. You can hear it, it's not like sometimes you read a book and then you close it. This is not like that. That's what I wanted to tell you. It's really, really good. I just want to
So
appreciate
that
it.
is what I have also explained. When I used to listen to Puja Swamiji, there will be one perspective, Swami Paramarthananda. And so you never get bored listening, again and again.
Yes, exactly. And now I'm listening to Omkarananda in Tamil. That's another.
Another perspective, Radha. So every guru, every acharya adds his own perspective to it, and try to make it relevant for day to day, today's situation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mahabharata took place in 5,000 years ago, but that Mahabharata war is going on in everybody's mind even today. Kurukshetra is very much there.
And all the characters in Mahabharata, you can see them in real life.
Real life.
Real
you
life.
can see them.
Yes.
Only thing is you must have that sight. You must be able to correlate.
Yeah. Oh, I see it in families. I see it. You know.
Within family also. Yes. Everything Mahabharata. That's why this Mahabharata Vyasa wrote. I mean, he was such a that's a Vishala Buddhe. I mean, there is no way, you cannot, whatever expressions are there will fall short of expressing what Vyasa said. Mahabharata contains everything. As I told in one of the earlier, classes, psychology, name it, it is there in Mahabharata. 100,000 slokas. No, I'm sure very few people would have read the entire Mahabharata. We can maximum read here and there something and all that. Whole Mahabharata reading, it is a very big task. And then understanding what it is there. So,
thank you, Raghuji. Thank you.
Hari Om, I'm happy. Good.
Thank you, Guruji, for clarifying about the Parijata. Thank you for the lovely session.
So no questions are there? Any doubts, questions? Nothing is there, then I'll close the session. So there is silence. So okay, then we will.
No questions today.
Sorry?
I said no questions today.
No questions today. Yeah, that's
Thank
fine.
you.
Okay, so
Thank you, Guruji.
next is okay. Hari Om. If still some question occurs to you, send me a message. I will try to reply to that. Okay. Hari Om. Thank you very much.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om.